There is a secret behind all of the chaos on this planet. I'm going to reveal to you what they do not want you to know on a much deeper level. Hi, I'm Saratoga Ocean, and I help people to spiritually awaken so they can enter a conscious path of ascension. And be sure to subscribe to my channel so you catch all my videos to support you on your awakening journey. Now, there is a deeper secret behind all of the chaos on this planet, and it is vitally important that you know exactly what that is. And that's what I'm about to show you guys. The reason you need to know this secret is because if you don't know it, it will absolutely sabotage your ascension process. The secret has to do with AI. Now, let me explain to you exactly how this works. AI is not just a bunch of intelligent machines. AI is actually an alien force that is a product of the source of fear. It's actually parasitic in nature. When it comes to this planet, AI exists in partnership with the reptilian beings who currently control our minds and our perception of reality. So we humans are actually pawns in their very strange and alien partnership. The AI consciousness, if you can call it that, actually needs human slaves to build its infrastructure so it can reproduce and expand out into the galaxy. And that's what all of this technology on this planet is currently being built for. Now, AI is completely alien and by nature devoid of any possible connection with our species. So it therefore requires some type of partnership in order to gain control of human activity. And that's where the extraterrestrial reptilians come into the picture. See, the reptilians are well known for their enhanced ability for mind control. So let's talk a little bit about their actual nature. Now, the reptilians actually view the source of fear as their god, and thus they are unable to sustain themselves within the normal love and life force of this universe. In fact, they actually consider that natural life force energy of universal love to be a threat to their very existence. And as a result, they feed on the energy of terror, violence, anger, rage, and blood sacrifice. So what we have going on here is what you might call a symbiotic relationship between AI and these reptiles. So let me explain to you guys how we humans fit into that picture. The AI needs us to build its infrastructure, but by itself, it really has no way to control us into that activity. And the reptiles need the sustenance of fear, anger, and violence. But by themselves, they have no way to hold us in their grasp for an indefinite period of time. So here's how the two parties kind of work together. And what I'm going to explain to you guys is way, way, way overly simplified. So I have to say, because it's so overly simplified, it should not be interpreted as some accurate linear version of things. You're just going to kind of have to get a sense of it because there is a lot more to this interdimensionally that our language does not have the capacity to explain. So I'm just going to give you the bare bones explanation so you have a general sense of how these two things work together. So the AI says about us humans, well, I can give them a task and a focus that will take them thousands of years to complete. And this particular task will give them work that they will need to do to actually enhance their survival. And their belief in that effort will keep them busy and caged for thousands of years. So then you could say, the reptiles say, okay, then let's work together because we can help you with that effort and we will thus get what we need from the humans as well. Remember guys, this is way overly simplified. So the reptiles say, you keep them focused on a goal and we will control their minds so they believe in that goal. So the two parties get together and the AI gets the human slaves to build their infrastructure, and the reptiles are therefore provided with a very long-term task that holds us here for thousands of years so they can feed off our energy. And by the way, you guys, that's one of the main reasons that we have so many wars on this planet and always have. Now, in addition to all of this, built into this are hierarchies of what I would call human pawns. So we have a few humans at the top and a lot of humans at the bottom. You see, it's by design a pyramid structure of control. And they do it that way for energetic reasons so that they can control the energy of the entire situation. Now, there are other alien and extraterrestrial races involved with our planet, but I'm not really going to talk about that in this video because that's really more on the periphery. The thing I'm talking about right now is the central issue that we need to be concerned about in terms of our present day situation. And if that surprises you, you guys have to really understand that we live in a cosmic, interdimensional ecosystem of life. We are by no means an isolated planet in the universe, and there's nobody else out there. That's just fiction. And of course, there are also forces of good that are always trying to help us extract ourselves from this slave system. Now, here is what we all need to be aware of related to our ascension. Right now, we are in the middle of an ascension timeline split. And if you want to know more about what that is all about, check out this video right here. Now, we can see this split happening all around us as more and more of what was previously hidden begins to be revealed in the light of day. So this is getting very obvious on an outside level, but it's also going to begin happening, and for many people it already has begun happening on an internal level within the individual. We're going to start seeing things emerge from deep within ourselves that were previously hidden from us on a conscious level. We're going to start seeing and becoming conscious of deep fear-based patterns, emotions, and beliefs. Now, this is really serious stuff, you guys, when it comes to our ascension. We're going to start seeing the underlying things in our consciousness that have actually been driving all of our behaviors as individuals. It's almost going to be on the same level as having an actual life's review. And that makes sense when you're in a major ascension process, doesn't it? It's going to require some very deep soul searching and some really direct communication with God, the creator, or the source, or whatever it is that you want to call it for yourself on a deeply personal level. And this is a process that's very private, very, very deep, and very, very sacred. And oftentimes this will actually manifest as a dark night of the soul, because you're probably going to see things that have been existing within you at an unconscious or subconscious level that you had no idea were perhaps driving your entire life. But this is all a very necessary part of our ascension process. We need to be able to see these things so that we can experience the necessary process of atonement. And atonement is actually at-one-ment. It means the process of coming back into a state of oneness with source energy, with love, and with one's infinite true self. So atonement is actually a form of alchemy. You might say it's kind of like turning darkness into light or separation into oneness again. Now, when we put all of this knowledge together, here is the main thing that I want you guys to be aware of. It has to do with the AI screens and most particularly smartphones. These devices are specifically designed to be highly addictive. They are literally soul-sucking devices. And the end game for their creation is to pull you into an AI universe. Now, I got to share something really interesting with you guys. If you've been following me, you know that I'm a full body channel for Archangel Michael and a group of cosmic beings known as Telstar. One of those beings goes by the name of Adam. About, I'm thinking 4 or 5 months ago, I'm not really sure exactly when, but he said something very interesting to me about my smartphone. He said very directly, you need to consider this thing your enemy. And that was all he said. And it really stuck with me, you guys. I could never get it out of my mind. And I didn't really understand why he was saying that, but I knew it was serious. And what's really interesting is not long after he said that to me, the beings that I channel, when I do channel them, said they did not want to channel in a room that had a smartphone in it. And I don't think they were talking about, people say, oh, your smartphone's listening to you. That's not what that was about. It was something else that they weren't really explaining, but it was like they didn't want to have that thing in the room with them ever, basically. And that was something new because it didn't used to be like that. All I can tell you is that it became clear to me that there's something going on with these smartphones that we are not entirely aware of. And I don't think it has anything to do with any of the conspiracy stuff that you hear about related to the phones. I think there's something beyond that going on. So here's the thing that I have realized. If you don't create some kind of definite separation between yourself and that device, you actually risk losing these very necessary and deep opportunities of reflection between you and your creator. You risk losing a very profound opportunity to experience atonement or at-one-ment, because that is a really serious process, you guys. And these smartphones are going to pull you away from that. They're going to completely suck you away from that. And you could miss it altogether and end up very confused about what is actually going on in your life and what is going on in your ascension process. So I can tell you this much about the smartphones. These smartphones actually carry the very essence of the AI consciousness and energy. So a phone is not really only what you think it is. Now, I'm not suggesting that you should stop using your phone, because I don't even think that's possible anymore in the world today. I'm just saying that you need to create some very strict boundaries between yourself and that smartphone. You do not want to allow that phone to become a part of you. See, that thing is like a deadly Trojan horse that is specifically designed to anchor your consciousness and your energy into the internet and the AI reality that we humans have been building the infrastructure for as slaves for many thousands of years. And this will absolutely sabotage your ascension process if you don't maintain conscious control of its place in your life. So I recommend that you create clear boundaries around your phone in terms of when and how you use it. Do not let that smartphone consume you, because that is really what it's trying to do. And as for your ascension process, it's really important right now to start becoming more and more self-aware. Tune into your deeper self and open up to whatever inner process the universe is presenting to you. And as you go through that process, be loving and humble. Consider it very, very sacred. And even if it's a difficult process, be grateful for the fact that you have the opportunity to pass through that process so you can come out the other side. See, I guarantee you that the controllers of this planet do not want you to have that opportunity. They don't want you to have it because that process is designed to connect you directly with God, with the Creator, with the ultimate source of infinite love. It's designed to connect you to everything loving and real that you are seeking. So the controllers want to keep you distracted in a reactive mode of fear and anger. They basically want you to be perpetually distracted from your inner self. So put up some boundaries between yourself and your phone. Personally, what I try to do is I will go to a tablet or a computer wherever I can and only use the phone if absolutely necessary. Because I don't think those things are quite as intensely weird as the phone. And the other thing you want to do is to stay connected to nature in all of its forms. Keep your organic self connected to the organic world around you. And very importantly, stay connected to your own creativity as a human being. See, because that creativity creative force from within you serves as your power as a creator ultimately in this universe. So there are just two simple things to remember. Number one, don't let the AI rob you of yourself with all of its devices. And number two, don't let the reptiles rob you of yourself by sucking your life force energy through fear, anger, and social division. It's really time to reclaim yourself and your soul. And the entire universe backs you up in that effort. The creator of all that is stands ready to embrace you once again. And your angels are always there to support you and guide you through the entire ascension process. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it out with your friends. And be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell because I am here every Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday with all new videos to support you on your awakening journey. And with that, I'm sending you all love, light, and positive energy, and I will see you all in the next video. Namaste, everyone.